여러분 안녕하세요. 차례쌤입니다. 만나서 반갑습니다. Hello mga Tagya! I am back with lesson 23. Yeah, medyo natagal-tagalan tayo and I'm glad to be back. Sana glad din kayo. Finally, nandito na ating lesson 23. Okay, so before anything else, shout out sa lahat na naghintay ng lesson 23 natin at shout out din sa aking hairstyle today na mukha ako 16 years old and I was 16 10 years ago. Yan, mukha lang tayong baby face. Kung paano maging baby face, yun ang hindi ko alam. Kaya huwag niyo na po ako tanongin. Ayan. So, ready na ba kayo sa ating lesson 23? If you're ready, let's start now without further ado. Very useful yung lesson natin today, yung grammar pattern na matututunan natin today because it is another way of transforming verbs into noun. Verbs into its noun form. So, kung naaalala ninyo na nag-lesson tayo ng adverbs of degree, and yung to, also, only, or seldom, seldomly, not too much, not at all, yung ganun lesson natin na yun, naisingit ko doon na ituro kung paano mag-change ng verb into noun form. Kasi nga, hindi natin magagamit yung adverbs of degree na man and to without changing the verb first na gusto nating i-attach dun sa noun form niya. But today we will learn a different one. And meron din siyang ibang meaning kapag ginawa natin na noun form itong verb sa pamamagitan ng grammar pattern na ito. So what's that grammar pattern?
Lesson 23.
Ito siya. At nagbabalik ang ating mahiwagang whiteboard. Okay, so the grammar pattern is verb stem plus nun-got or nun-go. Nun-got or nun-go. Okay? So, tama ka, ito yung naririnig at nagagamit mo na go or got, which means thing, bagay. So, pag in-attach natin ito, yung nun plus go or got or go sa verb stem natin, pwede niyang palitan yung meaning ng verb into, number 1, the act of doing something. Doing something or the act of doing something. Number 2, ang pwede niyang maging meaning is the thing that one does. Yung ginagawa mo. Isang bagay na ginagawa mo. And then, object of doing. Ano tong bagay na ginawa? Ano yung bagay na pwedeng binili? Bagay na nakita? Parang ganon. So, pag change natin yung verb into this form, verb stem plus nun-got or nun-go, yan, ito yung mga meaning na makukuha niya. So, para mas makuha natin yung explanation or itong mga ito, let's look at the sample sentences. But before we look at the sample sentences, kailan gagamitin si got or go? Same lang din kung paano mo ginagamit ang igot at igo. Kugot, kugo, at togot, and togo. That is, ginagamit natin yung may siyot dito, got na part, kapag we are speaking formally. Kumbaga mas formal siya compared sa go. Go kasi is parang daily conversational Korean, spoken Korean siya, na mas ginagamit lang like sa pamal or sa mga comfortable na usapan. Okay? So now let's look at the sample sentences.
Sample conjugation.
So pumili ako ng dalawang verb na pwede natin gamitin as an example at papalitan natin siya into its noun form using nun-go or nun-go form. First, have mokta. Mokta is to eat. To eat. The verb to eat. Now, pag kinuha natin yung verb stem niya, which is mok, and then we add nun got, now the pronunciation will be mong nun got, not mok nun got. Ang pronunciation niya is mong nun got. Because remember, pronunciation rule, ang kiyok, pagkasunod niya si niyan, yung kiyok nagiging ng sound, nagiging iyang sound. So it's like 먹는 것. And now 먹는 것 means eating. The act of eating, yung pagkain ba? And hindi yung action ng eating. Hindi yung action ng pagkain. But the noun form, the ing noun form, eating. And it could also mean something that you eat, or the thing that you eat, or what you eat. Okay? 먹는 것. And sometimes food can also refer to 먹는 것. 먹는 것 is the thing that you eat. And second example is 가다. 가다 is to go. Pag pinalitan natin siya ng verb stem ka plus nun ko or nun got, it's now 가는 것. 가는 것 means going, the act of going, or the place that you go. Mas clear na ba siya ngayon na meron na siyang sample na sentence or sample na conjugation? Ngayon, kung i-compare natin siya dun sa verb stem plus gi na part, so if you haven't heard about that way kung paano gawing verb, kung paano gawing noun, yung verb using gi, pwede nyong balikan dun sa lesson natin sa adverbs of degree. But here, halimbawa yung mokta. Yung mokta, pag ginawa natin siyang mok plus ki, mokki, it only refers to eating, the noun form na eating. Hindi siya pwedeng tumukoy sa what you eat or the thing that you eat. Okay? So, halimbawa, ang gusto mong sabihin is, I'm only good at eating. I'm only good at eating. So, eating part there. Hindi mo kukunin yung verb na eating. But you will get the noun form eating. And then, you can say, 먹기, 먹기. And then, the adverb na man, which is only, 먹기만, 먹기만 잘해요. I'm only good at eating. Okay? So, yung eating doon, sabi niya, magaling siya sa pagkain. Hindi magaling kumain. Parang ganon. So, noun form, the ing noun form kapag gi. We attach the gi. So, kumbaga, mas complex yung meaning ng nun got, verb stem plus nun got, kesa dun sa verb stem plus ki. Alam mo ba na itong form na ito ay pwede mong palit-palitan ng tenses? Yes, pwede natin siyang gawing past tense, present tense, and future tense. Such as, for example, the thing that you ate, what you eat, and what will you eat, or the thing that you will eat. Then, the place where you went, the place you go, or the place where you are going. The act of going, or anything na related dito sa meaning na meron siya. So, paano natin papalitan yung mga tenses nila? Gagamitin lang ba natin yung usual na tense na a, o, yo, tapos asoyo, osoyo, yosoyo, and real or ulkoyo? So, in this form, hindi siya applicable. Meron tayong ibang gagawin para ma-change natin yung mga tenses nila. And now, let's change their tenses.
Changing to its past, present, and future tense.
So, let's use hada as an example. So, pag gusto natin siyang gawing past tense, ang pattern natin ay verb stem plus un or niyan got. Un or niyan got. So, un, if your verb stem ends with a consonant, and then nen naman kapag natapos siya sa vowel. Okay, and gusto naman natin itong present tense, so ito yung pinaka-basic na pattern natin kanina, which is verb stem plus nen got. Verb stem plus nen got. Again, got is always interchangeable with go. Depende na lang sa formality ng sentence mo. And if future tense naman, that is verb stem plus il or real got. Right. Now, try natin ulit kay Sada. Past tense, san got. Sa, verb stem, plus nian got, san got. San got means what you bought. Bought in the past tense. Okay? Then, sanan got means the thing that you buy or what you buy. Future tense, sa, verb stem sa, plus real got. Dahil natapos siya sa vowel, we have salgot. Salgot. What you will buy. Sangot, sanangot, salgot. Pwede ring sango, sanango, salgo. Ngayon, ito na talaga yung mga example as in sentence natin, sample sentences natin, para makita natin kung ano itsura niya pag nasa sentence na siya.
Sample sentences.
Sentence number 1. 제 취미는 영화 보는 거예요. 제 취미는 my hobby is 영화, movie, 보는 거. watching 예요 is. So, 제 취미는 영화 보는 거예요. My hobby is watching movies. 제 취미는 영화 보는 거예요. Okay? And number 2. 요즘 공부하는 거는 뭐예요? 요즘 recently 공부하는 거. The thing that you study 는 topic 뭐예요? What is it? What is it that you're studying recently? 요즘 공부하는 거는 뭐예요? And this will be our activity part. Okay? So my question to you guys, 여러분, 요즘 공부하는 거는 뭐예요? What have you been studying recently? Or what is it that you're studying recently? So to practice this topic, itong lesson natin for today, you can comment down below your answer to this question para ma-practice ka na din. Again, the question is, 요즘 공부하는 거는 뭐예요? 요즘 공부하는 거는 뭐예요? What is it that you're studying recently? 한국어? 중국어? 일본어? So, whatever it is, you can pwede ring 요리. You're studying how to cook. So, comment it down below and comment na din if you want a shout-out. Yan. So, wala tayong shout-out today kasi wala akong mapili kung sino ang isang shout-out. Pero, if you will comment down, probably on our next video, nandun ka na sa ating shout-out. Okay? So, thank you so much for today, guys, for watching. And if this video has helped you a lot, don't forget to like and subscribe. 안녕, 자기들. Bye, mga jaga. See you next vlog. Abush.